What time is it?
What? I mean, I don't know. It's some time of day and or night.
Yeah,
right?
which means a ghost is attacking you right now.
I mean, they could, but they're not actually.
They are.
Oh my God.
Yes. The spindly spectral fingers of an apparition is now upon you.
If we make a lot of noise, do we get to become a poltergeist?
Yes.
Okay. Let's make a lot of noise. So I remember that was one of the things Jay told me. He came out with like 3 main lessons of what he learned at Full Sail University. One of which is everything is a lion's roar. Anytime a scary sound is ever made, it's always a lion's roar.
Some version of a lion's roar.
And sure enough, watching Poltergeist, you got this big thing out there, and it's like, that's a scary, wait a minute.
Yeah,
that's a lion's roar.
That's a lion's roar. Man, lions they're fucked up, dude.
They'll attack any time of the day or night. Not as fucked up as ghosts.
Are they more docile than you think, or is that tigers? Which one's actually the killer of all killers?
Ooh, good
I know
question.
that lions spend like fully 90% of their time chilling. And then
Not
they
killing.
Chilling, not killing.
Yeah.
So do I. I can
And
tell
then,
that.
and then when they do,
See the wild Bryce as he lounges. Oh,
Ooh.
he has just consumed Taco Bell and has a half-eaten chalupa on his chest. So lucky we are to have caught him during this moment of repose.
and then when they do attack, they only go about like
What time of day?
7 or 8, whatever time of day. Like they see food close enough. They're like, yeah, let me go for it. They make 7 or 8 leaps and then decide, yeah, this ain't happening. And so 1 out of 10 moments during the day, they're chilling. 1 out of the 10 moments that they're doing something, they give up on. But
So
then,
wait, do lions feast on only the dumbest motherfuckers on earth?
the slowest
Like,
motherfuckers.
do you have to
They're
be
fast.
the dumbest? Yeah, but like he's saying that they're only like they go like, oh, I'm gonna get that. Like as if I have my Starbucks right in front of me. If I'm just like, not worth it.
Yeah.
Like if it were a
I think
little
so.
closer.
I mean,
I think so.
they're very,
I think
shall
all
we
they do is
say,
eat and fuck.
judicious with their calories.
Oh, okay.
it's like
Two
they're
different
like,
approaches to the same thing. Okay.
So then tigers are on the hunt. Tigers are hunting down things
Tigers
that are
are always
unsuspecting.
They're always looking.
Yeah.
I saw that Life in Color on the Netflix.
Yeah.
And they do this trick where they're all like,
What color are tigers?
to humanize, they're orange.
Uh-huh.
But then you look at them through gazelle eyes, and guess what? Gazelle eyes ain't got orange in their eye matrix.
So what do they see him as?
They look like those stripes. They look like more trees. That's it.
Oh,
so they
there-
sit
you
there
gotcha.
looking all tree looking. They're all like, I'm in a ghillie suit. Ghillie suit.
It's a ghillie suit with a tiger.
Gillian Anderson suit.
I look like Gillian Anderson.
Very, very power suit.
Yes,
A lot of grays, some pinstripes.
I give
That's it.
advice to Hannibal Lecter, and I used to solve mystery crimes.
If you think you've caught the gazelle, it's because she wants you to think that.
I'm a very good fisher predator.
Is the Clarice show still on? I
It
saw
is.
it being advertised.
It is.
Is it good or bad?
I have not seen it.
Has anyone seen it?
I mean,
I've heard it's all
here's what I know for a fact.
Like I'm just doing this is the entire point of the show.
Mr. Lecter.
Well, Dr. Lecter isn't even in it. We don't have that
Dr. Lecter, you're not
intellectual
even in the
property.
show.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
She's a big girl. Like next is the Buffalo
This is
Bill
the
hour.
entire show. The entire they greenlit it. I'm like, all right. So what do we have involved in this IP? Well, sir, we have the voice. It's like,
Okay,
green light.
they're like, great, whatever. But we got that dude that eats other dudes who's really smart.
No.
No, sir. No, we don't.
No, sir.
No, sure. We don't. We don't have it.
But we got the other dude
No,
that,
sir.
that carves up girls and makes a dress out of them.
No, sure.
No, sure. No, sure.
You're talking about so he's a great big old fat person.
And then
I don't even know that guy. No.
the TV executive's like, are you saying no, sir, or no, sure? No, sure.
No, sure.
But I still didn't get it. Can you say it really slow?
He's like, but you can't stop me as I signed the contract from saying, hello, Clarice.
God, why would they do that?
I don't know. It's like let's make a movie about the most least interesting person in the whole universe.
I went to a Dragon Con panel actually about something very similar to this because this was right after Teen Titans Go came out, I guess.
Yeah.
A remake or a reboot of a beloved animated cartoon, and it was I don't know if it was animators or executive people, but they were basically like, well, the reason everything gets rebooted and remade is because the companies already own the IP. Right. That's just it's a lot of overhead you cut out by already owning the thing, and there's no, as much as people may not like those, the new things, whatever, there's like no downside to doing it because people will just say, oh, I mean, not the bad one, because they don't care.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that everything in entertainment in general, but Hollywood specifically, is risk averse, and there's nothing more risk averse than
starting with a leg
up.
A
thing that already was a hit.
Yeah.
You're like, what is it going to be? Probably a hit.
If
not, oops.
Even in the worst case, where if you have a cadre of fans who say, this looks crappy, but I'll probably watch one episode of it. Like, new IPs don't even get that.
No.
Yeah. The promise of at least giving it a try.
Right. Yeah. And that's if it's going to be bad, which it probably will be. But if it's good and it's a hit, then congrats, you're the genius who had the idea to do a great thing again.
We talked a little bit about this yesterday on Weird Things podcast, where recently Captain Disillusion has seems to have begun a new series called VFX Cool, where it's just him doing all of his Captain Disillusion stuff, only without the makeup and without the pretense of debunking things and just talking about awesome visual effects. And he did a whole thing on like 40 minutes on Flight of the Navigator. Right? Yeah. And then he ends with this whole thing of saying, like, lately they're talking about a reboot of Flight of the Navigator. Counter proposal. Look at all of these empty plot points that went nowhere. You could do a sequel to it, and they could line up. All these actors are available. All you would need is a director who loves this source material so much, he might, I don't know, do a 40-minute deconstruction on it, And at one point he says...
Is he that overt with it? I know you've told the story. I mean, I've heard you tell the story over a couple of days.
At the end, he is that overt. He in fact says reboots sequels are the new reboots. Stop rebooting, start sequeling, which I actually thought was a good sentiment.
I think that has been kind of the playbook, but I want to get to Bryce's disgust here.
No.
Do you think that's too slutty of him to be putting his tits out there for the powers that be?
I think it's one thing to be like, man, you could really do so. You could make a sequel. You don't have to do a whole reboot, but also and I could be the one to do it is a little.
But that's a community thing. Now it's like make Donald Glover Spider-Man or do whatever. Like now the community's like, oh my God, that would be great. Because if you just got to the end of a 40-minute video where this guy is describing the VFX for Flight of the Navigator, then of course you want that guy to direct the Flight of the Navigator movie.
Yeah, and I would say, like, even if it was just a conceit for the video to pander to his audience, good on him, full stop. And if maybe somebody forwards it to somebody in a position of power, like they do literally need somebody who knows what they're doing and loves the franchise in order to run it.
Yeah, but he might be in that position. Being a director, or
I don't think so. I think he's at that Ryan Connolly level where he's done so many shorts,
Gotcha.
But also, I mean, Dan Trachtenberg was at that level, and then suddenly Cloverfield Lane happened,
Yeah, I mean, you only need one little strike of the match, and then you're off to the races.
I was being polite, and so I didn't say something earlier, and now I've forgotten it, and my mouth is running.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Now,
Mr. Lecter, you said you had an idea.
She's a big girl. Yes, sir. She's a big girl.
She's a great big old fat person. What the fuck are we doing?
Fat shaming, trans shaming in the same horror movie.
I believe it.
Yeah.
No, that was
the spookiest thing we could think of. was a big man who wanted to be a woman and also hated.
Big fat people.
We're a great big old fat person.
Yes, sir.
A lot of funny voices.
Some iconic voice.
Iconic voices in that one. Did anybody not have a silly voice? Like, I'm trying to think back because it's been a while since I've seen Silence of the Lambs. Like, was there like a British constable or like? Hey, all right. Hey,
Oi.
Somebody's going. You got to stop that animal act here. This seems like a crime done by the Anibal Lectah himself.
The Anibal Lectah. Anibal the animal, we called him.
Anibal, it's you again, isn't it?
Oi, Anibal, are you about? Growl sounds. It's a lion.
Look, more trees. Oh my goodness. Gazelle, British gazelle cop can't be out here.
I can't see him because he's got orange stripes and my eyes can't see
British
orange.
people can't see orange. It's a little known fact. No British people can see orange. That's why there's no soccer team that has orange in its logo. They'd just be like, why is it white?
God, man. I don't want to end.
They're totally confused by the Cincinnati Bengals. they're fucking befuddled by it.
I don't want to end the show 20 minutes in, but I don't know how we're going to top this.
British
this
people
is a
can't
great
see orange.
bit.
Not even 20 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
Not even
close.
Oi, Anibal.
Anibal. We might have booked a new guest for our Ghost Attack interview series last night.
I'm excited about that. People seem to like the long-form interview with Austin icon David Comey, and I would love to do another long-form interview with an Austin icon.
Oh, are you doing the thing to me now? Where now you're gonna keep something secret because
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying in general, if there's any Austin icons that maybe we hung out with and chatted with last night,
I was very excited to come on the show.
Man, it would be great to do a long form interview with that person.
Yeah.
Whoever that is.
Whoever that is.
This is great.
This is great. We can say.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
You say first.
Let's say it at the same time.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Tell her.
Yeah, sure.
Both of us make reference to the thing. I guess I get 4 words because I said one of them.
Okay.
You're gonna reuse a word. You already said.
I already said one of them.
Okay. It's Brian's 5-word segment. -1 because I already used one.
Right. So tell her, which is already said.
Which I think you used last week.
You did.
I did. It's a reuse. Has not since responded.
That's not even. That's just you talking to Justin.
I'm making Justin very happy right now.
I'm happy with it because it's not him out and out explaining the plot of what we're doing.
It's got a plot. Check on the forums.
Well, everything has a plot.
There's a plot.
Everything has a plot, Bryce.
A plot.
Brian, I got an email.
In front of you?
I actually had printed it out and I forgot to bring it in.
Wow,
just like I forgot to bring in the 7 SD cards
on a
that I have.
matrix printer.
I forgot them.
Yeah, okay.
I'll bring them in. Okay. But I got an email saying that I should, and I don't think that they understand that I don't actually own a Jeep. I am rather looking after a Jeep.
You simply
I'm driving a Jeep for a friend.
What do they say?
Technically, I own it for insurance purposes, but I don't really own it.
What do they call him in The Shining?
Scatmans.
The groundskeeper or you the custodian.
I'm the custodian.
You are the custodian. You've always been the custodian. Of this Jeep.
I am the custodian of a Jeep, but he's like, you should one-up Brian by turning in the Jeep and getting a Patriot, a Jeep Patriot, which is the Jeep pickup truck.
Okay, first of all, that's not what a Patriot is.
Let's imagine.
A Patriot is a body frame shape, and there is you have a compass, or sorry, you're the custodian of a compass.
I'm a custodian. I'm a compass
they make
custodian.
SUV Jeep or SUV Patriots,
right?
With the pickup. The pickup was the specific.
But I believe there's a Wrangler pickup.
Okay.
that I was looking at too. I mean, that you were looking at. So
let's say one day I roll in.
The market.
Oh, no, go on. What you got?
They've been off the market since the compass. You mentioned the compass.
Yes.
Is what replaces it.
All right. So let's imagine one day.
Yeah.
I roll up because now we have this, the 7 Acre Schwoods getting a little bit busier and busier every day.
Yep.
A few more cars out in the front.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Lately, my compass has been there, but now all of a sudden, compass gone.
Yep.
I roll in with a Jeep pickup.
Next fucking day, I have a Cybertruck. Fuck you. Next fucking day.
Would it escalate to a point of anger and pettiness?
Let me just say,
I wish I could describe. This is the moment. This is the first moment I really wish that we were on video because
I've been very well behaved about.
I thought you were driving your dream car.
Yes.
Wow.
But sometimes you mustn't be afraid to dream a little bit bigger.
So there is an element. There is an element of the fact that I rolled in with a newer Jeep SUV.
Your words, not mine, bro. Was she a great big old fat person? Yes. Yes, sir. She's a big girl.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Every week on CBS.
Come see me talk like this.
No. To be honest, I'm more giddy about having another member of the family.
A Jeepman.
Yes, a Jeepman.
A Jeep Jop.
A Jeep Jop. Which, by the way, I don't know if we've ever addressed this, but you made Jeep Jop a character, but I so fell in love with the word Jeep Jop that it has become my go-to phrase for a thing. And I don't know that I ever asked permission for it, and I don't know how you feel about it.
I know it's great. It's one of the great nonsense words of all time.
Yeah,
really.
Put the Jeep Jop into the cleep clop, and it goes beep bop.
I think the only thing that was troubling about it was because it was a Captain Morgan character,
yes.
And then when it was animated by the legendary Spearmint Nitrate, I think he had a turban if I remember correctly.
I mean, because he is a Sikh.
Yeah. That was never mentioned.
Do you have a problem with Sikhs?
I don't have a problem.
Okay.
I don't want. I love it as a nonsense word so much. I didn't want it to carry any other baggage other than utility nonsense word or utility nonsense character.
Speaking about utility nonsense, your sport utility nonsense vehicle.
Yes. Also, apologies to Spearmint Nitrate if he didn't put a turban on Cheap Chop, which I
had the false memory.
And now I have a false memory, and I made Spearmint Nitrate a problem. So I'm just gonna issue a blanket apology.
He's like, go back to where Clarice calls him a fat girl. No, but I'm mainly excited to have another member of the Jeep family. If you were to upgrade your Jeep, I think I would probably use that as an excuse to do a thing I want to do anyway, which is to upgrade my Jeep, right?
Yeah.
But I think
upgrade the perfect vehicle.
Well, it's been fun for over the last 7-8 years or whatever. It's been a fun ride because it's been a very responsible midlife crisis. It's been one where money was set aside, a used vehicle was bought.
Yeah.
The midlife crisis aspect of it was that I don't have to worry about how my hair looks when I arrive to a meeting, and that's been fun.
Also, it forces you to drive slower and drive with less people in your car because it is really loud, and the faster you go, the louder it gets.
So the
dream vehicle,
the other midlife crisis vehicle, aka George, the 1990 Chevrolet pickup truck
that Bonnie got.
That thing goes like it's an automatic drive. It's not a giant box with open doors. As long as I've driven that Jeep, I've never accidentally slipped past the speed limit. I have to remind myself to hurry up and be like, oh yeah, no, you're going too slow, dummy. And I have to speed up.
Yeah.
Having something with that much juice was like, Oh, am I doing? I'm doing 80, aren't I? Whoops.
Yeah.
Whoopsie doodle. Just.
Sometimes
slide
you got to
that
do
back.
80 though. Sometimes you do have to do 80.
Let's
and
see
it's
if
good.
these bastards can do 90. Talk about problematic racial
Libyans.
yeah.
Libyans and their nukes.
Yeah. Product of the times. So
what would you upgrade to?
Yeah, what would you get?
Like a
I'm
hard-
I'm sort of looking beyond the current generation. I think I shared this with you guys.
next generation Jeep.
The next generation is going to be an electric gasoline hybrid Wrangler that can be fully electric for up to 100 miles or whatever. In other words, enough to come back and forth to work.
Yeah.
And then when you need it, you have an engine to kick in for longer trips. And I'm like, yeah, I'd be down for that. And
That's kind of neat.
Would it be
won't be out for a
enclosed?
bit. Unfortunately, it would.
I feel like you're ready for the enclosure. I feel like you've got a good 5 years of driving with that open lifestyle.
It's been 2 years. I took off the back, zip-on windows 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Thinking, well, surely at some point it will become unpleasant and I'll need to put them back on. And then a blizzard happened, and then a heat wave happened, and I think of it as a boat.
I like to imagine that it's just like a time lapse of just the Jeep sitting in the same place, like rain, sun.
But it's like,
in the arms of the angels.
when it's cold,
Snow.
I'm full on wearing like that Russian surplus military trench coat, and I'm just like, whatever, gloves on hands. When it's hot, it's like I take off my pants and I've just got bare feet. I'm like, whatever.
Listener, he probably has done that at one point.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Have you driven without pants?
Not yet. You want to make history?
You want to go? You want to take this mobile?
All of a sudden, I thought of that moment in
That's the
Boogie
worst.
Nights where he's like making television history right now. We're driving around in a limo, looking for somebody to have sex with.
In a vacuum, do you want to make history is the most controversial phrase I've ever heard of. Hey, kid, do you want to make history right now?
Oh my god! It's the reverse of the Ghostbusters questions. When somebody asks you if you want to make history, you say no.
No, sir. No. I do think like the Jeep was a moment in time.
It was a seminal moment for sure. So I
Yeah.
guess I got it when I was 40.
And you came while it happened.
Yeah, it was a seminiferous tubule of a moment.
How much do you remember about? I feel like I remember that Night Attack episode very well, and I feel like it was not as it feels closer to me than I think it was. That
It would have been, I believe.
I think it only would have been 3 or 4 years ago.
I think it was 6 years ago. Yeah,
that can't be. I've been here 7.
I must have been an early one, maybe one of the first ones. Maybe that's why it feels so close.
Maybe.
I'm
For
pretty
whatever
sure.
reason, I remember
Well,
that
it's-
episode very well.
it's a
You were
2012
still
He's
in
still back in the
the
house.
in the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, and it was.
Oh, and I think that was before we even. No, that was after we rearranged stuff in there, though.
Because actually, want to know what? Did the Jeep happen after you initially thought that you weren't getting this place? I almost feel
Yeah.
like there was
it was when we were looking at the other place,
the firehouse.
Yeah, down the road, and it was between the two. Yeah,
And I know that you were disappointed because it wasn't going to happen.
correct.
And then you were like,
And my car broke.
fuck it. I'm going to San Antonio or
San
whatever.
Marcos.
And
Yes.
I'm
Yep,
picking
San
up this
Antonio.
I'm
Oh.
picking up this Jeep. And you came back and you're like, well, I don't have a compound, but I sure as hell have a Jeep. And then you're like, fuck, I'm getting the compound too.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and then that happened, and then we built buildings themed around the color scheme of the Jeeps that you and I have.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, dude. We're sitting on
And
chairs.
we're sitting in
Everything's
Anibal.
color coordinated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, can we talk about the eclipse of 2024?
Sure.
Yeah, what's up with that fucking thing?
Too cheesy or too on the nose I brought this up offline, but to throughout the entire acreage play Dark Side of the Moon, culminating with the track Eclipse as the eclipse happens. I mean, somebody must have done that, but I remember telling you, I think you were there for it. I think you were not. Remember when George Schwab played on the piano the full album Dark Side of the Moon?
I was not there.
You were not there. Neither of you
I
were
was
there.
not there.
I
No.
was there.
I also don't think I've heard that would be a moment that would not play for me because I don't think I know Dark Side of the Moon.
You smoke weed, don't you, son?
Yes.
Wait,
I'm also
wait.
only 30.
What? Okay, I'm sorry.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you turn to dust when old music plays? Like, are you aware that people used to make music just for drug users?
If that's the case, then I can cast a spell. I just look at him and I go, "Happy birthday to you." You're like, ah!
That's like me saying, like, hey,
I sing Rogers and Hammerstein. He melts.
Do you like salty foods? Like, yes, I have potato chips. What? Like, I'm only 30. Why would I eat potato chips?
I regret this.
That might be
I just
fun.
say it's just not a seminal album for me.
So
He's never come.
I've never come to the Dark Side of the Moon.
So question. I am certain you have heard snippets of some of the songs. I mean, they're too popular in pop culture, right?
Yeah.
That would be an experience. Is to, like, my kids are too young to care about anything dad likes, but I would be fascinated to watch Bryce get wicked high.
Multiple people in my life when I was a kid,
this album
brought me and my brother to planetarium shows to watch
laser
their
shows.
laser shows for Dark Side of the Moon. My mom loved Dark Side of the Moon. My uncle loved Dark Side of the Moon, so we played that a bunch. That's where I got turned on to it, despite the fact that it was also made before I was of age. It's not like I was like,
Justin,
here's some hot new tracks from Pink Floyd.
Your skin is wizening. You're turning to dust. You mentioned.
I regret this.
But hey, you should listen to it. You should, yeah, it is.
And more importantly, don't listen to it alone. Allow the two of us to put on lab coats and stare at you as you listen to it from a one-way mirror, and to make notes as to what are the best parts.
A one-way blacklight poster.
He's becoming increasingly fascinated with the unicorn. You can see now.
Seems as if he's listening to the Pink Floyd.
Yes, sir. It's a fat unicorn.
But all right, no, I mean, I don't think that.
Oh, the Anibal Lectah, the unicorn.
Oh no, it's Anibal Lectah.
This concludes
the BBC presentation of Silence of the Lambs.
I guarantee you right now, the post is going up on Patreon. Are they actually high right now?
What's a great big fat person, eh?
That's my line, sir.
I think that's fine. I mean, number one, you're the one who got acreage and has been planning this Eclipse thing for years, so you get to play whatever the hell you want.
To arrange the orbits of both the moon, the Earth, and the sun. I mean, that was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you can play whatever the hell you want. I don't think that it's. I mean, unless you have a better idea between now and then, I think that's a great.
Yeah, the only thing that could possibly be better. The only thing that I think would be more audacious would be to actually hire George Schwab to come and perform it. I had this vision of him on a piano floating in the middle of that pond, playing his piano full album of the thing. And it's like, the only thing is I would be robbing him of the experience of watching the Eclipse, because he would be mid crescendo playing the track Eclipse in the middle of that while we were all gazing at God.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty audacious.
What? What?
It seemed like you had another pitch. I'm all ears. I'm all ears.
No, the thing I was going to say was like timing something up to the Eclipse is similar to all the things. It's similar to all the stuff we see at the end of the year, which is like if you play this song or you play this video clip or you fucking play the Avengers at 9 p.m.
dude.
then all of the people
Thanos
show up.
snap, and then all of a sudden the sun vanishes.
Oh yeah, I think.
Now he's in.
The one I no, the one I was
that came out after I was born.
what I was thinking.
I'm being restored. He's like Steve Rogers. I got that reference.
No, what I meant, I reacted that way because the memes have been when the time comes, it's all of the Avengers showing up through the thing at the thing, and it's the big crescendo
fight,
of the second movie.
Yeah. But the idea of syncing up the dark side of the moon would be in that vein of popular, or you sink into popular art, and then at the emotional crescendo of that, this real world thing happens, be it New Year's Eve or the Eclipse.
And then the big question would be, for those who are familiar with the album, the last track is called Eclipse, and it ends with this giant crescendo. But then I began to think, like, okay, does the track end right as the moon eats the sun? As he says, the sun is eclipsed by the moon?
It's God's curtain call.
Or does the track begin as we go into darkness and there's that triumphant, and all you create and all you destroy and all that shit? I don't know which would be better.
How long is the Eclipse last? Like 10 minutes?
Totality is, I think, 90 seconds here in Austin.
Okay.
So, yeah.
To me,
how long is that track? Do you know?
I could look it up.
Probably 4 minutes.
No.
Fucking Pink Floyd.
It was before you were born. Every track was 3 seconds long.
No, it's the 70s. Everybody just forgot how to hit stop. Like most songs made before 1981 are just a board op saying like, "Where's the stop?
Whenever you're done, I get paid by the hour."
It's like,
is it over here?
You're gonna fade out, right? So then they can do traffic and weather together.
Yeah.
2 minutes 12 seconds.
2:12. Oh, okay, so almost the entire thing.
Holy shit! Yeah. So it would be. It would be.
But I think there's something cool to the track ending and then the eclipse happening, and as like a resolution to the whole show.
And then you have another song play at the end. What would be the best song to, like, as soon as like totality ends?
And without explanation, it's the Beatles' "Her Majesty" at the end of Abbey Road. It just goes bang. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Do do do. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she changes from day to day. Do 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 do. I want to tell her that I love her a lot, but I gotta get a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl. This song sounds like Pringles dick.
All new Pringles dick.
Actually, that would be even funnier. Just go straight into Pringles dick. After that transcendent godlike moment.
Centric Pringles dick.
No, the sun comes back and it does one of the classic Harmon raps. It goes beer deer beer deer beer deer beer deer beer.
MC John.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think look, this is going to be a good brainstorming session.
Yeah.
Bryce, did you say that you had emails for us that people were emailing into the show?
No.
I think you did say that. I don't know if you followed up on it.
Someone said that
and
there
then
was
somebody
an email.
responded that she was a big girl. And then somehow a contract was signed.
No, we don't need to go into it now, but mail at nightattack.
TV. We talked last week about which I forwarded to you. Someone talking about pickleball or another sport to do.
Oh yeah. Where are you on your pickleball obsession since Comey?
Very excited, possibly wanting to. I'm waiting, biding my time, and I'm just going to reach out directly and see if David Comey wants to do a Mono-Rogue episode teaching how to play pickleball. Yeah.
That's a good
fully
pitch.
Unironically, because that's the hot new jam, and it genuinely has momentum behind it.
Yeah, you get in that pickleball vertical.
Yeah,
that pickleball search mojo.
Yeah,
people are like
pickleball. The same as similar to racquetball.
Tell me a pickle made this ball.
Okay, so racquetball.
Because I know racquetball.
Racquetball is you got a box and a bouncy ball.
Mm-hmm.
And you thwack the ball and you pretty much wait long enough and eventually the ball comes to you and then you hit it and then you wait long enough and then the other guy hits it, right? Mm-hmm. Squash is like racquetball, still in a box, but the ball is dead. So it's like you hit it and it's like you better move your ass if you want to whack that ball, right? Pickleball's not in a box. It's out on the court. It's unlike badminton. Badminton is you have shuttlecocks. You hit the thing over the net, and the net's real high.
It's a high net,
right? Yeah. So pickleball it's either really big ping pong or really small tennis.
Okay,
but it's with a wiffle ball. And the paddle has like holes in it. It's like one of those S&M's smack your fanny paddles.
Paddle with a hole. Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. Fucking both y'all. I saw recognition in those eyes. Yeah. And then
sorry, we just were immediately recognized by its brand name. Smack your fanny with the paddle.
Because you've been naughty. I mean, am I the only one who's missing this?
Oh, you've been naughty, Anibal, Lectah. Oh, there, Anibal. I'm gonna smack your fanny with this paddle there, Anibal.
I ought to bring this to church. It's so holy.
So basically, you're taking away the idea of like a power serve. So if you like,
it's a short tennis court.
It's small tennis without any power. So it's
all
touch.
Right. If there's an analog, tennis is to racquetball as
squash.
Pickleball is to squash.
Okay.
Right. Where it's like it's very dead, and as a result, everything could be shorter.
Yeah.
And you got to move faster because you can't wait for the ball to come to you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's interesting. No, I had not heard of that. I just assumed it was like squash, a take off of racquetball. Just because that's, I don't know. When I think of like a lawyer sport,
I
think of like a racquetball or one of the box sports.
Hold on. Let's play a new game. It's called Is It a Lawyer Sport?
Okay. Oh, right.
Like, okay. We have resident expert.
Theme song. Bong bong. Ba-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Is it a lawyer sport? With Bryce Neshcom Castillo.
There are two courts. There's the court you play on, and there's
the court of law. We find out where the two intersect in Is It a Lawyer Sport? Order in the court.
All right. Lawyers, Your Honor. Sports. Hi, it's me. In this game, I guess we go in turns.
Yeah.
I'm a lawyer.
Okay.
And I can't say whether it was me or my client, but one of us was playing chess.
Ooh, chess is a lawyer sport.
Yes.
Okay.
Psych, we were playing checkers. Fuck you.
And checkers is not.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Well, how about my counsel and I were playing bowling.
Ooh. No.
Not a lawyer sport.
Not a lawyer sport. I think that's
Your
not
Honor,
a lawyer sport.
Your Honor, my client and I were playing bocce.
Bocce. Ooh. Yes.
I love the judge that says ooh.
Yeah. Judge
like,
ooh.
Whatever it's like, you'll notice the DNA evidence matches. Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, that's good evidence. Hey, they got good evidence.
Your Honor.
Like he's at a movie calling out. He was like, oh, don't go there.
That's the killer.
I bet they match. He's whispering to the bailiff.
Yeah. I've seen the end of this one. He's guilty.
It's going to turn out to be Anibal.
Judge, my counsel and I were playing StarCraft 2.
No.
Oh.
No, what are you doing?
StarCraft 2, an e-sport.
Yeah. Is it a lawyer e-sport?
It's an e-sport.
And he play it on Famicom.
Oh, it was a PC engine. Still Mega Drive action, I see.
Was it an Intel? An Intel Pentium?
Oh, Jeremy. Jumpman or the Mario?
StarCraft 2. Is it a lawyer e-sport?
StarCraft 2 is a lawyer e-sport. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is.
Judge ooh, the surprise ruling.
I'm sorry. Hi, it's me, random guy from the jury. I didn't hear what you said, Judge. I was playing Hearthstone.
No. Hearthstone
Sorry,
is not
I meant
a lawyer.
Texas Hold'em.
Oh.
No Limits is a lawyer sport.
Limit Hold'em not.
Limit is not. That's
Limit
right.
Hold'em not a lawyer
Keep
sport.
your nickels. We're playing high.
No
limit or
limit.
nothing.
Texas Hold'em lawyer sport. All right, this is more of a. Go ahead.
Okay.
I guess juror.
Yes,
We're
Your
calling
Honor.
him a jury now.
We were playing a sport. Polo.
Water polo?
Or horse
I was
polo.
gonna,
Horse
I was gonna hold that part back until after you said it was a lawyer sport. But yes, that's where I was headed. Is that it was water polo?
Both polos
Both polos,
are lawyer sports.
as long as you're playing
Bunch of
against Ralph
lawyers in
Lauren.
there.
Mhm. Get a little,
My counsel and I were playing croquet.
ooh. At playing it at a place or like at someone's home at an estate.
In the most beautiful state you can imagine.
No. We were playing at the public croquet courses.
The municipal croquet.
The municipal-
The par 3.
We were playing at the Rucker Croquet League. We were playing. We were at the And One croquet tournament.
We were at the
You
novelty
gotta get
course.
through those wickets, dog.
We were at the novelty course, the Davy Croquet. You wear silly hats and play.
Croquet is if you are a barrister. If you're an English barrister.
Right now, he was playing. He just said convicted Anibal, and then he went over to the
He was playing the croquet.
croquet.
All right.
All right.
All right, and Judge.
Judge.
Yes.
What about
Is this
crochet?
offensive now?
What about crochet?
Crochet, I would not
Competitive
particularly
crochet.
call
Competitive crochet.
Competitive crochet is
Also,
not
Imagine two bros,
sexist.
two lawyer bros with their massive watches just clacking against. Bro, I'm gonna crochet the shit out of this, bro. Fuck you, bro. I just passed the bar and I'm gonna make the shit out of this blanket, bro.
Curling.
curling.
Yeah. They have lawyers in Canada, I've heard.
Yeah. Curling is a yeah, they have lawyers
in
up there.
Canada.
Barristers? Oh, do they? Do they call them barristers?
Yeah.
Wait,
For real?
Oh, I thought they were lawyers.
In Canada?
Yeah. They have their own theme song and everything.
Do they?
Yeah.
Whoa.
How does it go?
You know how it goes? It goes, we're barristers in Canada. We love the law. We're barristers in Canada. We've got justice in our craw. Longest and hardest. Our maples are the best. We're barristers in Canada. We mispronounced that on purpose. Yes. Play ball.
And then you just throw a dead seal on the field. But the field,
Traditional dead seal is on the field, and now we can begin our game.
But the field is the courtroom. They do nothing indoors in Canada. It's the weather's so good that they do it outdoors all the time.
So everybody dresses up in hockey gear, and
And then they all start clapping their hockey sticks on
the barrister has the wig on, and but he's dressed as the referee, and he's skating around them as they make their arguments. And they're like, objection, objection, slap, 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 slap. The bailiffs have the hockey masks.
Sustained 2 minutes in the box.
Order in the court! The judge lifts the seal and throws it back on the ice.
So yes, I mean clearly, yeah.
In Canada.
Street Fighter 2.
Is Street Fighter 2 a lawyer sport?
Yeah.
No, I think they would play in the newer ones.
Trick question.
five.
It was a lawyer's port. It was originally called Ace Detective.
Any port,
Ace Attorney.
any port in a storm.
Damn it,
the
I
lawyer
fucked up my
said.
own
Any
joke.
lawyer sport in a torm.
Damn.
All right, final. Is it a lawyer sport?
Final lawyer sport.
The bar.
The bar.
The bar.
Passing the bar. Is it a lawyer sport?
So we're talking about limbo.
Oh, okay. Because I was saying,
doing the limbo, is that a lawyer sport? Because technically you are passing the bar.
the legal bar, no. Limbo bar, yes.
Yes, I knew it.
Yeah.
Called it.
The legal bar, if you can't pass the legal bar, you're not a lawyer anyway. And then it's not a sport.
Yeah.
It
would be better if they had to go under a limbo bar as their final part of the bar exam.
Right. Here is the...
How low can you go? How low can you go? And then
I'll represent victims of workplace accidents. How low can you go? I'll represent DWI defendants.
How low can you go?
I'll represent people who clearly committed murder.
How low can you go?
Have you seen Better Call Saul?
How low can you go?
That's really as low as I can imagine. I represented the cartel.
He didn't even talk about eating people's faces, didn't he?
What about Anibal? Get him out of the ice rink.
Fix my rainbows. Come on.
Give me back my seal.
They steal the seal. They steal the seal. That's how they start each round of court.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seal has been stolen. We will be bringing it back shortly. It's like cricket. It's like cricket where it takes 7 fucking days to play.
Yeah.
God, I would love to hear the the British interpretation as they give the radio version of it. It's like, looks like they're grabbing back the seal.
Yes. As now we are getting word that the seal has been remanded into the custody of its original owner.
A bit of a fight over in the box. It appears we can't do this. We got nothing. I mean, legally we can't do it. Ever since that incident with the seal in England.
Ever since, yeah,
with those barristers.
Yeah. I think that's it. Is that it?
How long have we made?
How long do you? How? No.
I think we've only gone 27 minutes. I feel like we're supposed to do a Patreon plug.
46.
Nice.
Finally, we broke over the hump.
We did.
Yeah,
we broke over the hump.
Turns out lawyer sport got us there, got us to glory.
Lawyer sport's a good bit.
And barristers in Canada.
In fact, actually, send your questions of what is and is not a lawyer sport.
Okay.
To mail@nightattack.tv.
And by the way, ooh is spelled with 5 O's and the middle 2 are capitalized.
Hey man, we love you guys. We love providing double content. We love preparing the thing that we're gonna give you very soon. Soon.
If you're not a patron, then get on the Patreon because
shared $1 million idea last week. Only for the patrons.
We had $1 million idea, and you're getting a bonus episode each and every week if you're on the Patreon, which is a thing that we should probably get used to mentioning every week so people sign up.
Patreon.com/nightattack.
That's it.
It does occur to me that somebody out there is listening to this and be like, that's weird. It's like way shorter than usual and no video and
not a lot of it. Where is everything?
And most of it was just laughing at the words Anibal Lectah.
Anibal Lectah.
Oi.
God, I don't know what I'm going to do when it becomes offensive to do a British accent.
Oh, no. It'll never happen.
That'll never happen.
The sun never sets on making fun of the Brits, my friend. That's their legacy.
I swear to God, when they come for my British accent, I'm just going to roll myself in a big ball and die.
Hey, hopefully Scotland will become independent so you could just go into a Scottish accent and be
I don't
like,
do
that's
as
not
good
a
of a
British.
Scottish accent.
Well, you got time.
I only do really the responsible constable.
Really only know a couple of words in the English accent.
I really just know. It's pretty much. That's that's my entire constable. Hey Brian, when do ghosts attack?
Man, it's tough because the rules keep changing. I looked at the ghost rules the other
Ghost
day.
Almanac.
The ghost Benjamin Franklin, who's dead now, is a ghost. So he still publishes the Poor Ghost's Almanac.
Yes.
And he himself apologizes for his association with daylight savings time. He meant it ironically. That may be an actual fact.
It was just a prank, bro.
Just a prank, bro. But I was serious about loving to hit old ladies.
Like
from
sexually.
behind. Yeah.
Yes,
Hit
not
that.
punching
No,
old ladies.
violence against women, never
Not
cool.
cool.
That's why I invented bifocals, was so that I wouldn't get confused as to whether I was hitting.
Also, hold on. And I know we're in the outro here, but like when Ben Franklin's like, yo, I like to fuck old women, he's talking about 31-year-olds. Like people died at 40. Like he wasn't like he was into like grannies. Like it might have been like maybe, but like
it's like a oi, it's my new newsletter called Gilf Porn, isn't it? And you're like, these are just drawings of 16-year-olds.
Now, what is
like,
Gilf?
yeah, but the Gilf stands for grandmother.
they get him busy. All right. Ghost attack at any time of the day or night. Let's end the podcast. Anibal. I think this is the work of Anibal Lectah. I think he's in there, all right.
Bailiff, come over here. Could you translate what he's saying? Bailiff, I can't make heads or tails of this.
I think it's the work of Anibal Lectah.
Okay, so he's asking for where the bathroom is. Sir,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna
he
want
wants the rectory, right? That's what I heard.
All right. I'm just saying, if you look at the evidence,
Yeah, yes.
Now he's getting horny, and I really don't
you
think this is
look at the
professional.
evidence,
Slowly evolving
It's-
into Bricktop. I love it.
it's very clear. Anibal Lectah is the one who did it.
As greedy as a pig.